This is the kind of logic and thinking you're forced to have in Christianity. Even though something says something else, they put Jesus there to try and prove that he's God. Come to the truth, Islam. That's the only truth left, guys. To all the Christians and non-Muslims out there that think the Muslims gonna follow the Anti-Christ, let me prove to you guys in under a minute how the Muslims are not gonna be the ones following the Anti-Christ. You ready? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is for all the new reverts to Islam. This is Brother Hoku, the Hawaiian Muslim from Kauai, with some advice and some encouragement for the new people to Islam. I've been a Muslim for 3 years, so I'm pretty new to Islam too. Working on my deen, building up the knowledge. In these past 3 years, I read Quran to my wife and daughter. Slowly started teaching them. They couldn't deny the truth also, so they converted to Islam too a few months ago, Alhamdulillah. But I have some advice for all the new Muslims out there. Do not let these super Muslims out here discourage you. Do not let them discourage you and make you think that you made the wrong decision and make you think that Muslims are so judgmental. This is just a few people on the internet. All the Muslims I've met in real life, the nicest human beings I've ever met in my life. Alhamdulillah. Okay? But on the internet, you'll run into Muslims, for example, like for me. Oh, why do you have tattoos? That's against Islam. Why you have a cross on your face? That's against Islam. I had these things before I became a Muslim. Oh, why you dress this way? Why you do this? Why you do that? Why you talk like that? Why you not say Inshallah after everything? Why you not say Alhamdulillah? This is how they'll act to you. A lot of these internet Muslims. And most of the time, guys, I realize a lot of them are bots. Okay? A lot of them are bots. People that pose as Muslims, but they're just trying to bring disunity in the Ummah. In Islam as a whole, our whole group of 2 billion people, they know they have to destroy us from the inside out. So they send all these bots on the internet, fake profiles, try to come into Muslim pages and try to cause disunity between the Ummah, cause us to fight with each other, cause us to expose our arrogance. And I'm guilty of this. When people comment on my page about like so stupid little stuffs just to get under my skin, like they're just so depressed with their life and so unhappy that they have to go on your page and discourage you. Like, to me, I think in my head, like, why would you as a Muslim, and most of these, and the people that is real that do this, and they is Muslim, a lot of them were born Muslim, so they've been Muslim their whole life. To me, I look at them like, why would you want to discourage a revert? Why would you want to discourage a revert and make them think bad about their family, the Ummah? Like for a minute, like when I first got into Islam, and I shared it on the internet with my followers and stuff, and for a good minute I was thinking like, is there any like unjudgmental Muslims out there? And then I met Muslims in real life, and then Alhamdulillah, they're the nicest people in the world. They're not judgmental, they're helpful. But the Muslims on the internet, I feel like you guys gotta pull back on what you guys do to the reverts, man. Because you guys, there has to be, like, I'm strong mentally and physically, but I can just imagine the new reverts that aren't strong mentally. They come into Islam and they just get backlash for doing all of these things wrong. And instead of helping them, these lifers, these people that have been Muslims for their whole life, just goes on there and bashes, whoa, doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong. I have no doubt in my mind that people have left Islam because of what some of you do out there to these new reverts. You did it to me. Alhamdulillah, you will never break my religion. But I can just imagine for the people that's just coming in, you know, and they haven't learned enough yet to be firm in their deen. So I just wanted to come on here with this quick message, and you guys gotta stop it, man. I hope you guys see this video. If you one of those people, you will be judged on the day of judgment for doing this. And imagine if you made just one person leave Islam because of the actions you've portrayed and the things you've done to them that made them get pushed away from Islam. You will be judged by Allah Azza wa Jal on the day of judgment. And that's a severe judgment, guys, for making somebody leave Islam. So be very careful when you guys do that. That's all I can say. Free Palestine. Alhamdulillah. So, in Christianity, in John 1:1, one of their famous verses, it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and God was the Word." According to Christians, the word, they're talking about Jesus. The word is substituted for Jesus in their brain. Just like in Old Testament when they say Emmanuel. But Emmanuel translate into God with us. And Jesus was God with us in the flesh. So that means it's Jesus that they was talking about in Old Testament. This is the kind of logic and thinking you're forced to have in Christianity. Even though something says something else, they put Jesus there to try and prove that he's God. Come to the truth, Islam. That's the only truth left, guys. To all the Christians and non-Muslims out there that think the Muslims gonna follow the Anti-Christ, let me prove to you guys in under a minute how the Muslims are not gonna be the ones following the Anti-Christ. You ready? The Antichrist will come as a man, and he will say that he is God. A Muslim will never believe a man saying he is God. Once a man comes and says he is God, the Muslims will throw him out. This is either the Antichrist or a fake. We will never believe that God will come down as a man. That's proof right there that the Muslims will never follow the Antichrist. What religion believes that God will come as a man? As Jesus? The Christians.